Hi everyone, my name is Wendy Aleman, and today I'm going to be presenting Machine Learning for Cache Management 1.0. This is actually my third semester working on a research group trying to optimize cache algorithms. The first 2 semesters we spent analyzing and understanding the existing algorithms, studying their flaws and the theory behind them. Last semester, we studied closely adaptive cache algorithms, and it helped us to realize that currently there are no machine learning algorithms for cache management. This is a problem because machine learning algorithms are really successful for online learning. After we decided to create a machine learning algorithm, another problem was born because the number of experiments to validate a cache replacement algorithm is not finite, so we needed to come up with a good number of experiments that validated the results. It was also important to know if the machine learning algorithm that we created was actually learning, but there is not a pool with synthetic traces that can help us understand this. Our solution was to create the learning cache replacement algorithm, LeCaR, which uses reinforcement learning to outperform the current state-of-the-art cache management algorithm. In order to help the research understand whether LeCaR was actually learning, I created a synthetic trace generator and the pollution counter, which I will be explaining on this intro video. The user interface that I created was with the purpose to help researchers to run synthetic trace generations and pollution counts on traces. As a result, on the system there is only one actor, which is the researcher. A researcher can use the system to generate synthetic traces, to count pollution on the trace, or to basically read the helper, which will help understanding the whole application. If the user selects to generate synthetic trace, it will need to define a number of parameters that will help him create traces that are favorable for 2 algorithms, either LRU LFU, LRU ARC, or LFU ARC. When the user selects to run the experiment, then it will create a trace file containing the results. If the user selects to count pollution on a trace, it will need to define also 2 parameters, basically the name of the trace that it wants to run the count on, and the size of the cache. These will create 3 files, each of them containing the count on pollution for the 3 algorithms that we're studying, LRU, LFU, and ARC, and a graph containing the results. For the system design, I decided to go with an MVC architecture, basically because all the implementation of the backend was done in the first weeks, and then the user interface for the researcher was rather simple. I only needed to create the controllers to be able to link the backend to the actual dialogues. This is the minimal class diagram. As you can see, I use an interface called cache, which helped me reusing the code for the 3 types of cache that I implemented. LRU cache, ARC cache, and LFU cache. The 3 of them have different implementations, but a similar behavior. So they have similar methods like getting a request, handling the request, either a hit or a miss, printing the cache pages, and in case of ARC cache, also seeing the history. For synthetic generator, you can see also that it has an input generation, and for the pollution counter, it needs to input a chart. During this semester, I worked on 5 different stories that helped me create the synthetic data generator and the pollution counter. On a future video, I will be explaining with more details the application experiment helper, which allows the researcher to create the synthetic traces and also to study the pollution on those traces. As a result of this semester, LeCaR outperforms the state-of-the-art algorithm, ARC, when the size of the cache is relatively smaller than the size of the working set. The learning cache algorithm, LeCaR, is patent pending, and it also was accepted to be published on the Hot Storage Conference. Well, this is everything for the intro video. I hope you find value on this intro and the next videos as well. Any questions or comments, please use the comment section below.